Hello. I have been meaning to film this all day and have lost the light. So, So finally finished the Woodlands Edge to Edge, the 3-colour Woodland Creatures Edge to Edge. I know I promised it in like August, but the delay has been because of me, because I've been a bit worried about potentially troubleshooting it. However, this video, I'm just releasing it, and this video should hopefully explain like how I've gone about it. So, Woodland Creatures is an edge to edge that's made up of 3 separate files. So you've got background, foreground, and mid-colour. So I would recommend stitching all of it in one pass, like 3 different thread colours in one pass, and then moving on, stitch the next pass, because otherwise like it'll be near enough impossible to align. So it's really not a fast stitch out, and it's not a beginner pattern. However, the smaller you stitch it, the easier it will be. I've stitched out massive in this video, just to sort of check alignment, but it is designed to be a baby quilt, and it is designed to be a whole cloth, but you do whatever you want. So here we go. In your download folder, you'll have 3 files, background, mid, and foreground. So firstly, import all 3 and then add them to your screen. So I've already got my quilt size and sew zone set up. This quilt is about 95 inches wide, so I'm going to repeat the pattern once on each side horizontally. So just like a standard edge to edge, the start and stop points line up horizontally so it can be easily repeated. So to lay out, I place the foreground on top of the background, and I've dequeued the background so it changes colour. These 3 files do look quite similar, so I would keep referring to the PDF or JPEGs. Yes, they do get quite confusing. So I'm going to use the raccoon's tail to centre the foreground to the background. And if it's aligned in one spot, it in theory should line up all the way across, if you don't resize it. So I can also use the lock function to turn one pattern purple, and that makes it a bit easier to read as well. So when your background and foreground are accurately aligned, you need to add the mid-colour layer. This bit is aligned using the small ferrule between the deer's legs. So I'm going to place the mid-ground layer here and then check alignment along the full width. So once I've got the 3 layers aligned, I'm going to trim the edges. So that gives me a clean edge, so when I copy and paste vertically, I'll keep a line into the edge. From there, I'm just going to copy and paste the full 3-layer panel down the whole quilt, aligning each new section to that edge. So really all I'm doing is manually making an edge to edge rather than using an edge to edge tool. I really do hope that other machine softwares can do this. I am making this video as like this pattern does have to be quite expensive because it has taken forever to draw out, and I want you to all understand whether your software is capable of stitching this before having to buy it. So also there's small sections of this are available for free on the website, so definitely recommend that you download that before purchasing the pattern. So finally, at the top of the quilt, I'm going to make a final adjustment. So I don't want 3/4 of an animal or any sort of headless animals. So I'm either going to aim for a full animal or hopefully just the legs, and then I'll trim from there. So as I've already said, I really recommend stitching this quilt one panel at a time, so all 3 colours together rather than stitching one colour across the whole quilt and then coming back and doing the others. Just because it would be near enough impossible to align something once it's moved. So once the background is stitched, I'm going to queue up the foreground sections and then check shrinkage by comparing a stitched crossover point on the background with where the software says this crossover point should be. So I'm doing this really quickly because this is just a standard aligning an edge to edge, so hopefully you already know how to do this. And yeah, I'm going to just race through the rest of this now, so that this video doesn't last 2 days, because this quilt has taken the best part of 2 days to stitch out. So yeah. yeah, so I've stitched this quilt out actually quite a few times now. The background and the midground are 50 weight Aurifil, and the foreground I've used 28 weight Aurifil because I really like 28 weight Aurifil, and I've just reduced the speed slightly. Now it's finished. Really quite pleased with this quilt. As I've said, I've told you all so many times before, the potential for digital quilting is massive, and I'm always really excited by it. This quilt is for me. That's why it's in green, because I cannot be trusted with white. Yeah, it was such a slow stitch out, but I do think it's worth it. Anyway, good luck. Tag me. Thank you for buying, if anyone does. Yeah, good luck, and good luck to me for binding.